Chapter 18, Managing Conflict. How an individual views conflict is often influenced by how conflict was addressed or not in their families as they grew up. Need a conscious decision to approach conflict differently. Many times people respond to conflict as their families did growing up. Page 366, Reflecting Thinking. Also, in organization conflict can motivate us or cause us to give up. This depends on how much conflict there is. It is hard to define what appropriate amount of conflict. Needs some, but not too much in your life. Categories of conflict is intergroup, between two or more groups of people, department, or organization. This is like one unit or shift against another one. So, like therapy against nursing, vice versa. Interpersonal occurs within the person. Internal struggle may result when someone has many responsibilities. They feel they are shortening someone, can affect a person's health as with any conflict. So you feel like you got too much going on and you ain't able to help somebody, so you're stressed out about it. Interpersonal is between two or more people with differing values, goals, and beliefs, and is closely linked with horizontal violence and bullying. Mobbing, where all the staff gang up on another staff member. They constantly find a fault with that staff member. Managers should encourage staff to resolve conflicts themselves before asking the managers to get involved. Reflective thinking. Have you ever been bullied in the workplace? Have you ever witnessed bullying in the workplace? What strategies could you as an individual use to stop bullying when you see it occurring? Do you believe it is true that nurses eat their young? Question. Conflict should be managed to allow for growth, innovation, and productivity. And that is true. Avoid conflict may lead to stagnation in the work environment. A successful manager will learn how to manage conflict as it naturally occurs and expected phenomenon in organizations. The conflict process. You have the latent stage, which is the first stage. Conditions are present for conflict to occur, but it hasn't occurred yet. Example, short staffing of the shift or changes within the unit. The conditions are high stress and conflict is potential, but hasn't occurred yet. People involved should be aware that conflict could occur in order to prevent and be proactive. Perceived is stage 2. The person sees the conflict coming without being involved. Example, one staff gets the holiday off when both staff members request. The manager knows that conflict is coming but isn't really involved. Felt stage 3. Staff involved in conflict and experience these feelings. Manifest overt stage 4. Action must be taken at this point. People deal with conflict differently. Some people withdraw. Some are confrontational. As mentioned earlier, the manager wants the staff members to resolve their conflict without their involvement. People aren't usually comfortable dealing with conflict, so the feeling continues to escalate. Reasons people don't address conflict is that they are fearful. Fear retaliates, ridicule, alienate others, and also past experience. That's why they're scared to address the issue. Okay, another thing is that positive on the manifestation stuff. Positive is discuss or resolve. Negative is hurt feelings can continue to arise or conflict can return. Manifest, males tend to respond more aggressively and females avoid pacifying and the other members. Let's see. Conflict management. Try to create a win-win situation. Common conflict resolution strategies. Compromising, competing, cooperating, accommodating, smoothing, avoiding, collaborating. The goal is resolving conflict is to create a win-win situation for all involved. Compromising is positive. Each party gives up something it wants. Must be something of value to each party. Do not adopt prematurely. Can't be one-sided or it will increase conflict. Competing is negative. One party persuades what it wants at the expense of the others. Can leave the loser angry, frustrated, wanted to get even in the future. Don't think of others. Go after what they want no matter what the cost is. And that's competing. Cooperating and accommodating is negative. Also, I wrote something on that. Cooperating and accommodating means negative win-lose situation. One person is giving up or losing. The party that gives up keeps score. They are going to come back later with the attitude that they gave this up in the past. Now you owe me. Confrontation. Manager encourages staff to handle prior manager to get involved. Staff confronts problem. Third party consultation. Manager gets involved. Third party needs to resolve. If the manager, you have to call the manager in and help, then they the ones need to come up with the changes. Behavior change used for serious cases. This would include classes to attend, anger management. Responsibility charting. Clearly chart who is responsible and what steps have been taken. Structural change. One person has to be moved off the unit. Can have resolution. Soothing. Temporary solution allows people to cool off. We are going to walk away and take a breath. Collaborating is positive, results in win-win situation. Both parties work together.